We have Mr. Tyrone Cotton coming in. Yeah. Tyrone, this man really needs no introduction. And there he is. And Mr. Cotton is an amazing blues man, as you all know. I'm going to be performing. All right, so here we go. Tyrone and Phil Cherry. Now, y'all can I'm an actor, so I'm going to do some spoken word stuff, here in a minute. And then Tyrone is going to do what he does. All right? I'm going to start off with a poem by Paul Laurence Dunbar. Now, John and I have been working on some Dunbar pieces for quite a while. I'm going to start off with a piece by Dunbar that was written in the latter part of the 1800s. And it's called the Antebellum Sermon. Many of you maybe have heard me recite this poem before. John asked me to recite it tonight. So I'm going to do that poem, and then I'm going to do a Langston Hughes poem called Mother to Son, because this is also Black History Month. Yeah. So we're going to look at two of America's greatest writers, African-American writers. Dunbar was born in 1872. He lived to 1906. Very short life, but he left a legacy of work. The first poem I'm going to recite for you is entitled The Antebellum Sermon. We is gathered here today, my brothers and sisters, in this howling wilderness, for to speak some words of comfort to each other in distress. And we chooses for our subject this: we'll explain it by and by. And the Lord said, Moses, Moses. And the man said, here am I. Now, old Pharaoh down in Egypt was the worst man ever born. Why, he had the Hebrew children down there working in his corn. Till the Lord got tired of his fooling and says he, look here, Moses. Go tell Pharaoh for to let them children go. And if he refused to do it, I'll make him rule the hour, for I'll empty down on Egypt all the vowels of my power. Yes, he did. And Pharaoh's army wasn't worth half a dime. For the Lord will help his children. You can trust him every time. And your enemies may assail you in the back and in the front, but the Lord is all around you for to bear the battle's brunt. They can forge your chains and shackles from the mountains to the sea, but the Lord will send some Moses for to set his children free. So you see, the Lord's intention ever since the world began was that his almighty freedom should belong to every man. But I think it would be better if I'd pause again to say that I'm talking about our freedom in a Bible-listic way. But the Moses is a-coming. He's coming sure and fast. We can hear his feet a-tromping. We can hear his trumpet blast. But I want to warn you people, don't you go to bragging about these things. You wait and see. Because when Moses, with his power, comes and sets us children free, we will praise the gracious master that has given us liberty. We will shout our hallelujahs on that mighty reckoning day when we's recognized as citizens. Children, let us pray. Thank you very much. This next poem is a poem by Langston Hughes, another one of those great writers. He did a lot of his writing during the Harlem Renaissance. And this poem that I'm going to do next is entitled Mother to Son. It's chock full of a lot of great wisdom And this is one of my favorite Langston Hughes poems, and it's Mother to Son. Well, son, I'll tell you, life for me ain't been no crystal stair. It's had tacks in it, and splinters, and boards torn up, and places with no carpet on the floor. Bare. But all this time I've been reaching landings and turning corners, and sometimes going in the dark where there ain't been no light. So boy, don't you turn back. And don't you sit down on the steps because you find life's treating you kind of hard. Don't you fall now, for I's still going, honey. I's still a-climbing. And life for me ain't been no crystal stair. Thank you. Mr. Tyrone Cotton.
She said we may meet again. You never know. Just like yesterday and the day before, I remember her everywhere I go. There's something in my soul that will not let me be. The feeling's real, it keeps on dogging me. There's something down the road, I'm going down there to see. The door was always open, but I walked through this time. I feel like I'm dreaming back on Lunenburg Drive. I can hear that song playing in my mind. Sun gonna rise, morning cross the land, rain still gonna fall, but now I understand. Sun gonna rise, morning cross the land. She said we may meet again. You never know. Just like yesterday and the day before, I remember her everywhere I go. I remember her. I'm gonna do one more tune for you, cover tune here. Alberta, let your hair hang low. Alberta, let your hair hang low. I'll give you more gold than your apron can hold. If you'd only let your hair hang low. Alberta, what is on your mind? Alberta, what is on your mind? You got me worried and bothered all the time. Alberta, what is on your mind? Alberta, don't treat me unkind. Alberta, don't treat me unkind. See, my heart is sad, 'cause I want you so bad. Alberta, don't treat me unkind. Alberta, let your hair hang low. Alberta, let your hair hang low. I'll give you more gold than your apron can hold if you just let your hair hang low. I'll give you more gold than your apron can hold if you'd only let your hair hang low. Thanks.
Tyrone Cotton, everybody.